Okay, I kind of went off a little bit, and what I really wanted to say is, as many responsibilities my mother gave me after she basically removed my eldest brother out of the equation due to his extracurricular activities at school and after school. As much as these activities was able to keep me busy and occupy a lot of my time, it did not occupy all my time. So for every will, there's a way. If a person is very determined to do whatever it is that they want to do, regardless how much time of theirs you try to manipulate, they really like me or similar to me or really feel the need to do whatever it is for them to do, they're gonna find time to do it, right? And I know a lot of people listening to my stories. First thing come to their mind, maybe they thought maybe my mom had too many children, and maybe my mom should have did a better job keeping up with me. You know what I mean? My mom had 9 children, right? And I was the second oldest. I had job duties I had to do that took me outside of the house. My mom did a very damn good job of trying to keep up with me. You know, my mom was calling me in when the street light came on, I think up to the age of 14. And she probably would still be calling my name right now if it weren't for her second youngest brother, which lived down the street from where my family lived in the Orange Grove Housing Projects community. And just in case people haven't realized now, and they knew to turn it in to any story that the OG Eddie Lee man got to tell you. Majority of my stories is gonna take place in the Orange Grove Housing Project community, which was in Mobile, Alabama. The time span, I would say 1973 to 1976, and from 1978 to 1979. 1973 to 1976, my mother, well, let me excuse me, my family moved into the Orange Grove in 1973, and from 1973 to 1976, I lived in the household with my parents, my biological mother, my siblings, and my stepfather, which was a good man. Okay, during late 1975 and 76, the things that I was involved in, I got caught up. And I ended up getting incarcerated from 1976 of September to October of 1978. So that took me out of the Orange Grove Housing Projects community physically for over 2 years. So when I got released, I like to tell people, unleashed back in society in October of 1978. My family was still living in the Orange Grove Housing Project community, so I moved back in with them, and I stayed there with them until we moved out to summer of 1979. Is when we moved out of the Orange Grove Housing Project community. We moved out to the suburbs, and the suburbs for us happened to be Dolphin Island Parkway. Now, my family lived in the Orange Grove Housing Project community from 1973, beginning beginning of the summer, to 1979, the beginning of the summer. That's 6 years. I actually lived in the Orange Grove over 4 years, because over 2 of those years I was spent incarcerated. All right. Uh, my mom did the best she could, right? She would have been able to have all the things that's access to her now. I would have had to have an ankle bracelet. It would have had to be in all kind of monitoring cameras, cell phones, everything they have now that in place that still don't stop the youth from doing what they're doing, high crime and murders. how in the hell, and I'm talking about 2025, how in the hell you think you were going to be able to stop me in 1976? We talking about almost 50 years ago in primitive time. I might have well been in the Ice Age, the Stone Age, compared to the times that the newer generations are in today. It was just the wrong time. It wasn't the right things in places, and it was life. It was destined for me to do the things I did and live the way I live. And I did learn. I learned in a very unnecessary, difficult way. And I brought it all on myself. I blame nobody. Even when my brother responsibilities got taken that we performed together for our mother. Say even when he got to maybe 30% of capacity performing 30% of the capacity of the errands my mom had him doing, and the rest went to me. That still wouldn't have. That still didn't have nothing to do with what I end up doing eventually. Yes, now having an older brother to look up to have my back, and to share full responsibilities with, to be a plus instead of a minus, to be helpful in my time of need instead of being a hindrance, would have played a whole lot. Maybe made some difference. But overall, it wasn't going to stop what was meant to be. Right? So because of that, I blame nobody but myself. And I don't even blame the people that I interacted with as much. A lot of the people I interacted with, they know no more than what I knew. So how can I expect for them to teach me anything better than what they already didn't know themselves? I had some damn good times. I did. And I cried a lot of tears, but I had some hardship. I paid for some of the times that I had being disobedient. But I still say, and I'm afraid to say this because I've been saying this ever since I've been released, and maybe that's why I've dealt with so much death and emotional pain, you know, with family members, the loss of my son. I've said, maybe I said it too many times, that I didn't feel like I suffered enough for the amount of wrong things I did in my life as a juvenile. Maybe I was looking for the wrong type of suffering. Maybe I was looking to suffer by maybe getting incarcerated again, or losing my life early in life like I thought I would have. But it was another kind of pain. So it was a lot of different avenues of pain that I didn't visualize in my mind when I made that statement. That now, since I have a clearer mind and I've lived longer, I could actually see how many ways that a person could actually be hurt. And it's still a lot of ways out there that I don't see. So I'm going to go ahead and end this because I'm feeling the mood that I'm in, but because of the disturbance, my best bet is to go ahead and make these phone calls, and I'll just have to get back with y'all later. All right, like I said, the stories ain't gonna run out. Hell, I'll die before the stories run out. This is OG Eddie Lee signing out. Peace.